Hello everyone, welcome to Cyberscoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here. We're live on the floor at the 2017 RSA conference, and I'm talking with Levi Gundert from Recorded Future. And Levi, you just had a report drop today on some threat intelligence on a Russian actor doing some pretty crazy things. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, it was interesting because this particular actor is monetizing access into networks in America, in the UK, universities, governments, and it's this term we call SQL Injection, and it's a pretty basic way to find unauthorized access into a database through a website, and unfortunately it's something we've been dealing with as an industry for well over 15 years, and it's a very simple problem to identify. Sometimes it's expensive to remediate. Sometimes organizations have to put money into the process of upgrading code or upgrading systems. But yeah, I mean, the scale of this, the breadth of it, was kind of amazing. And so we were just shocked by the sheer volume of unauthorized access that this particular actor was able to accomplish in essentially less than a 2-month period.
Where was this actor poking around in?
So he's a Russian-speaking actor, but he is essentially targeting companies and organizations by industry vertical. So as you can see in the report, we talk about the list of government victims. We talk about the list of university victims. He's sort of working on a vertical targeting basis, and it's purely for money. It's purely to profit off the access. So he's not actually using the access. He's selling it to potential actors that will use it for other types of monetization schemes. So it's interesting because this is the same actor who breached the EAC in November,
the Election
Assistance Commission, and he had deep access into the EAC, had over 100 credentials, had access to a lot of the information within the database of the EAC, but just had kind of carte blanche access. So sort of more in that same vein, of compromising databases through SQL injection.
So let's talk about that SQL injection. That has been around a while. That is a very basic hack. How are we still, as a community, dealing with SQL injections when, we talk about advanced persistent threats, but SQL isn't very advanced. So how do we get to a point where this isn't a problem anymore?
I think it comes down to economic incentives. Organizations just don't have the incentives right now. Again, it comes back to putting resources and money into fixing these sorts of issues. It comes back to secure coding, using vendors that have secure software, and there's no incentive right now. So one of the things we talk about in the report is you kind of either have to develop carrots or you have to develop sticks here.
Okay.
And we've seen this obviously in financial services and healthcare, where legislation has come along that says you must be compliant with a certain amount of security best practices. But there's nothing overarching, across all industry verticals to say that you must use secure vendors, you must audit code, with some frequency. So there's really, either not enough carrots or not enough sticks or a combination. But we're missing those incentives overall right now.
And you said this hacker is incentivizing this. This is an as a service sort of model, and we've seen this across the dark web. Can you give us a little bit more vision on how much this is proliferating and how you see the trends as far as what's going on in these dark web markets when it comes to attacks as a service?
Well, the thing about online criminals is they're supreme opportunists. Any opportunity, any new type of clever attack where they find a niche and they see a money-making potential there, they're going to pursue it. And because of the rollout of EMV, especially now in North America, which is chip and pin,
right?
You're seeing adoption really come to fruition, and there's now very hard deadlines for when that has to completely roll out. And so where a lot of time was spent in the past working on what criminals call dumps, which is the track data from payment cards, you can't monetize it the same way anymore.
Right.
And so while what they call CVV or card not present transactions are still going to be problematic, those that occur over the phone or the internet are problematic, there's just not as much potential anymore. And so what you're seeing are hackers who essentially take the opportunity to breach networks and sell that access, knowing that some of these organizations are going to be highly valued by other miscreants and other opportunists in the underground economy.
Great. Levi, Appreciate your insight. Thanks for giving us a little bit more on what you guys released today.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time.
Great. For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more on the RSA conference and all things cybersecurity, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.